Because this was the last bingo task, and I wanted to do something special for the results, I decided that I was going to do an analysis of the top runs like there is in many of the official task results. When I was designing this task, I wanted to add as many kingdom-specific objectives as I could to make it different from all the other bingo tasks. Previous Metro tasks have included bouncing on taxis as an objective, so I thought that I could mix things up a bit and instead include an objective for making a taxi honk, which I thought would be interesting to route because all of the mobile taxis are on a cycle. I wanted to make this task doable in many different parts of the kingdom, so I'm glad that that worked out. When designing this task, I did not expect that Blackout would be possible, but as usual, the routes people discovered blew me away, especially the top 3, which we'll take a look at right now. So here we have Marshmallow in 3rd place. I did not know that it was possible to grab the pole that high up to climb, so that was definitely an interesting discovery for me. Even though Marshmallow will later capture the spark pylon, I still think that it was a good decision to capture the pole and flick near the taxi, because that allowed him to make the cycle very well, and it was also all much faster than rolling. Near the beginning, a very nice use of one cat throw to both rustle the plant and hit the question mark block, which is definitely very fast and efficient. Now, as we come to the spark pylon, Marshmallow does a dram strat to bounce on the umbrella, and as you may or may not know, I'm very fond of dram strats, so props to Marshmallow for including that in his run. It's very impressive that Marshmallow was able to fit this entire run in the 30-second time limit because of how much time is spent traveling to the park. But then again, there are a lot of very fast objectives within the park, such as the football and the regionals. It might have also been possible to grab a tree or sit on the bench in the park, but then that might have messed up the taxi cycle, so I'm not exactly sure if that would have ended up saving time or not. Now let's take a look at Aggron's 2nd place run, which takes place from a completely different checkpoint. I really like this part of the run here because Aggron grabs a tree, bounces on an overhang, and captures a pole all in quick succession and gets on top of the roof so that he can hit one of the traffic barrels. It is possible that it would have been faster to hit one of the barrels near the checkpoint, but it's hard for me to tell. Overall, I think this run is a little bit faster than Marshmallows, simply because the objectives are just slightly better aligned in this part of the kingdom, and you don't have to spend time in a spark pylon. However, the routes were incredibly close. Since these top runs are so long, of course there are places here and there for optimization, but overall I was really impressed by how clean they were. And finally, we have Leo's first place run, which is only the second blackout in Bingo Task history. Notice how this route starts from a different checkpoint than the other top 3 routes, which in my mind is a good thing because I like seeing variety of routes, and I always try to accomplish that when I'm designing my tasks. Leo begins the task by hitting the football with a cat throw and immediately moving in a different direction towards the bench. It's very clever that he uses a mid-air down throw to wrestle the plant on his way to the bench, because this saves him having to throw Cappy backwards once he's at the bench, and it also allows him to take a more direct line right onto the bench. Then he uses another down throw to hit a traffic barrel, which also saves a lot of time because he's trying to get to the overhang so that he can bounce on it. Then he uses the pull to quickly flick himself across the stage so that he can catch the taxi in a very good point on its cycle so that he can immediately hit the question mark block and swing on the bar. I think the main place where this run could be optimized is collecting the regional coins, because Leo uses Mario to collect them instead of throwing Cappy towards them, while he could have definitely saved time by throwing Cappy while he was moving towards where he wants to kill Mario. I think the combination of a very clever route and solid execution is what led Leo to win this task and get the second blackout in Super Mario Odyssey Bingo Tasks history. And one last thing, I want to thank each and every person who submitted to Bingo Tasks, be it one or many. I never expected this series to be this successful, and it really means a lot to me that you all took the time to work on your routes and grind your movement and all of that, even though this might be one of the most difficult task series to route. With that being said, it is now time for the overall results for Bingo Tasks Season 1. I hope to see you all in March for Season 2.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air, jump up with me.